Hey guys, doing some more homework. This is the homework distance between 2 points. Now, I've told you before, I don't really like to watch the con videos in advance because I don't want to, if I talk about something, I might talk about it differently than he does. And I actually don't want to get a preconceived notion of what I should do. Now, I have a pretty good idea of how he approaches this, but I don't know. I haven't watched. But I'm going to talk about how I think about it because I hate to memorize things. And my guess is he wants you to memorize the distance formula. And I really see no reason to do so. So I'm going to show you how I think about this problem. I think about this problem in the terms of Pythagorean's theorem. So we've got the points 4, 7, and 2, 2. I'm going to go over to Desmos because it's going to give me a nice picture. I'm going to plot the points 4, 7, and 2, 2. And right there's my picture. Okay, if I really want to, I can even make it draw a line if I want. I'm not too worried about it. Let's go ahead and have it draw a picture just because I can. Okay, so I want to have the point 4, 7, 7, tab 2, tab 2, tab 4, tab 2, tab 7, and then let's give this lines. Okay, so there's my triangle. Oh crud, I drew it in and then I erased it. Silly me. Let's try this again. Okay, so there's my triangle. Label those 2 points. Okay, so here's what we got. So now I'm just going to copy this real quick so I can draw on it a little bit. All right, so this is me wanting to be able to find the distance between these 2 points. And the reason I drew in the triangle is because this is a right triangle. It's a right angle right here. And so really what I'm going to use is Pythagorean's theorem. I'm not going to try to remember another theorem. We got Pythagorean's theorem. The distance formula really is Pythagorean's theorem. It's written in a different way. I don't have to remember more than one thing, so I'm just going to use one idea here. So this length is clearly 2 units long. This length is from 2 to 7. You can count it if you want. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units long. That's 5 units long. So what I have a triangle that is 2 by 5. So I'm going to use, and this is my hypotenuse. So, I'm going to use Pythagorean's theorem. H squared equals 2 squared plus 5 squared. So that's h squared equals 4 plus 25. H squared is 29. So h is the square root of 29. That's the way I see this problem. So if I go back here and I go back to my original question, then clearly it's the square root of 29. There we go. Now again, here we go. We want to do this same idea here. What's the distance between the 2 points? They've actually drawn it on the graph for me, which is really, really nice. So I'm going to come in here and copy this off. So they put this on the graph for me. I don't have to go to Desmos. Okay, so here we go. So this is my line right here. This is what I want to find the length of. I'm going to make it into a right triangle. Boy, I'm sorry, that's a horrible picture. Okay, so this is 6 units down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 over. So this is my hypotenuse. So h squared equals 6 squared plus 6 squared. Now I'm going to tell you right now, I'm peeking down at the answers here. He actually presents this in a way I really do not appreciate, to be quite honest. He presents it like this. I would never present this answer this way. I would always factor tree this answer. That's 8 and 9. That's 2 and 4. That's 3 and 3. That's 2 and 2. I would have the square root of 3 2s and 2 3s. and that pair of 2's comes out, that 2 comes out, and I get 6 root 2. This is the only answer I would ever accept from me personally, but he leaves it in the the unsimplified form, which I suppose is okay. It's just not how I would do it. All right, here we go again. He's making this. They're doing it in several different ways. They're making this super easy for me to be able to, show you how to do this. Again, we have a nice right triangle. Now, maybe he's doing it exactly the way I'm doing it. I don't know. This is 3 units. This is 4 units. That's a right angle. That's my hypotenuse. H squared equals 3 squared plus 4 squared. H squared equals 9 plus 16. H squared is 25. The square root of 25 is a nice number. It is indeed 5. All right, next one. Now, this one they don't have graphed for me, but I think probably what I'm going to do is just try to graph it myself, like rough sketch it, because I don't need to go to the trouble of going to Desmos every single time, but you can if you'd like. If that makes it better for you, then I would suggest you do that. Okay, so I'm going to just kind of rough sketch it over here. Here's my coordinate plane, and that's, again, really horribly drawn. So -5 is right about there. -5 is in that neighborhood. And then -9, -2 is over here somewhere. -9, -2. And I've got my little right triangle right there. And again, it's all kind of crooked because I'm sketching it by hand. The X change here from -5 to -9, that's 4 units. This, I'm at -2 and I'm at -3, that's a difference of 3 units. And we just did this triangle just a couple of seconds ago. H squared equals 3 squared plus 4 squared. We know that comes out to be 25, which means the answer is 5 again, because the square root of 25 is 5. All right. Again, they're going to give me they're putting it on a graph for me, which, again, makes it easy on us. We can get in here and get this done. So again, you'll have to pardon what will certainly be my horrible drawing, as I am a horrible, oh my gosh, some of this is horrible. All right, so this is clearly 3 units. 1, 2, 3. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 units. So this is my hypotenuse for several times now. H squared equals 3 squared plus 7 squared. That's 9 plus 49. So H squared is 58. And so my answer is indeed the square root of 58. Now, that one isn't if you try to break that one down, this is actually the answer I would leave this way, because if you try to break 58 down, it won't simplify at all. It's just 2 times 29, and there's no simplifying there. And again, here we go. So, same deal. We're just talking about turning this into a right triangle. Again, I don't try to memorize some formula. I think of it as a right triangle. This goes straight up. Look at that. That's probably the nicest line I've drawn so far. Well, that's not horrible for me. This is 1. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So H squared, this is my hypotenuse again. That's 1 squared plus 6 squared. That's 1 plus 36. That's 37. So it's the square root of 37. Last one. Again, this time they don't give me the picture again. I'm going to draw the picture myself. If you want to go to, Desmos and draw it out just so that you get a nice accurate picture. If you want to go get graph paper, again, you're not me doing this by freehand, which again, I'm left-handed in the first place, which is never great. And then I'm using this board, which I stink at. Okay, so -3, -8 is down here somewhere. -5, -6 is here somewhere. That's the length I want to know. That's my H or my D. Now I just need to talk about what my changes are. So I got to make my little right triangle here. Okay, so My left-right movement, my X movement, that's from -3 to -5. That's a difference of 2. My up-down movement, that's from -6 to -8. That's also a change of 2. So we have h squared equals 2 squared plus 2 squared. H squared equals 4 plus 4. Now he's going to do it again. They're going to accept an answer I would never accept. They're going to accept the square root of 8. I would not do that. If I factor tree 8, I get 3 2's. I would want 2 root 2. But they're going to accept the square root of 8, which I guess is okay, but it's definitely not something I'm super jazzed about. All right, I hope that helps with distance between 2 points. Again, always ask questions.